During times of uncertainty, it's comforting to know we have a healthcare system in our community that's been committed to supporting us for well over a century. In this current time, we are standing together, and our bond is stronger than ever. KDMC, caring for our community like no one else can.
We ready? All right, any questions?
Ben?
Mike, it seemed like you guys didn't quite have the same rhythm that you had the last few weeks offensively. What did you kind of diagnose that to? What did you kind of see from that group?
Well, I thought their defense, I thought Auburn's got a good defense, and they have most of the year. And then I thought we missed some opportunities. I thought that we had some self-inflicted wounds. It's almost like the worst thing happened at the worst time type of thing for us. We'd move the ball and then, have a guy wide open and then all of a sudden not protect, or, protect pretty well and guys get jammed at the line of scrimmage, or, then I'm sure Will's got a couple throws he'd like to have over again. Some of those were a combination of protection and routes clearing and things like that. And, we've just got to fight through it and improve as a team. It's the same thing. Of course, nobody really thought when you started this season that we'd play Auburn nearly this close. So you guys were certainly in for a pleasant surprise there. In our case, we're kind of reeling from the disappointment of not playing as well as we could have this game.
And just real quickly, do you have any update on Marquise Spencer and what his status is?
Yeah, he's moving around and he's doing. It looks very positive. At the hospital and everything.
Coach, you mentioned those two throws Will would like to have back. What did you see on those two interceptions, and what did you tell him on the sideline?
Well, he was pressured on both of them. One he just flat out forced. He should have thrown it out of bounds. The other one he got hit as he was throwing it, and then there were defenders there because at the outside receiver position, we didn't clear him out of there. Kind of got jammed and then jogged on our route.
Mike, in the pregame ceremony, I don't know if there's anything to read into that or not, but some of the seniors, Osiris and Javante, and I think C.J. Morgan and Fred Peters weren't out there. Is there anything to read into that? Have those guys plan to come back, or have those discussions really even happened yet?
They haven't really happened yet. Javante didn't come out? Well, I don't know. He was in the locker room. Maybe he just wasn't interested in coming out. I don't know. I've seen him pretty much the whole day, and then and he practiced this week and then was unavailable for the game. But anyway, we'll mail him his stuff,
I could have just missed him if I did. My apologies.
Well, maybe I don't know. It's kind of a mixed deal. Some of these guys are thinking about coming back, and so maybe. Maybe they figure they'll celebrate it next year instead of 2 times or something. I don't know. I lose track myself. But if you have a pretty good eye for it, send me what you got, and then I can use it as cliff notes if somebody asks me again.
Coach, it seemed like defensively you guys really held them at bay for a long time. You just couldn't get the big play. I mean, you mentioned some routes not being run correctly, but you had some big drops tonight too. I mean, how do you kind of address that and get better?
Yeah, we just got to keep rolling. We're kind of thin at that group, to be perfectly honest with you, and it's been hit and miss. But we've had good practice. We just got to keep working. We got to keep grinding away. I thought that some of the 50-50 balls we should have been better at.
We'll go back to Ben.
why that targeting call was overturned in the first half?
If you give me $10,000, I'll give you the best explanation you've ever had in your entire life.
Fair enough.
John,
Mike, I noticed that KJ was out there, warming up, full pads, everything. How easy of a decision was it for you to go with Will again this week? And how has KJ kind of looked in practice? Was it kind of a quarterback situation, like competition, or was it really Will's job all along this week?
No, it wasn't a competition. Will's been steadily improving, and no, I'd plan to play Will.
we'll go back to Joel.
With kind of the ups and downs, I guess, offensively all year long. I know you've been doing this a long time, Mike, but just what's kind of your? I'm pretty sure you're not, worried or anything like that, but just what's kind of your overall thoughts about just the future of this offense and going forward? I know you played a ton of freshmen and things, but I'm sure there's no panic, correct?
No, there isn't, and I've seen steady improvement. Actually, improvement. That I've been quite proud of these guys, and I was proud of how hard they played today. We're haphazard at times, and that sort of thing. But no, we've got a lot of youth out there, and I think they're improving, and they continue to get better.
Steve,
Coach, against Georgia and Ole Miss, you guys protected really well, but tonight there were some lapses. Why do you think Auburn had success getting the quarterback?
Yeah, I agree with you on that. I'd have to go back and watch the film. To me, it seemed like they were individual breakdowns. Basically individuals that not one guy. It didn't seem like it was one guy. It's kind of like they took turns, and if you take turns 8 times, I mean, those are huge plays, and it was unfortunate, and that's kind of what I'm talking about. I mean, when one of them would take turns, there'd be Wally or somebody wide open, ready for a gigantic play. One of those interceptions was going to be a monster play if he could step through and the ball floated because he got hit. Okay, if he could have stepped through, I mean, that was going to be a monster play. And then, we had several like that, and it's almost like we took turns at the worst possible times. And then, we had other issues too. I think that it's overtried for a while. Played tense. That's the thing, is motivating him wasn't difficult. Playing tense, trying to make too much happen sometimes was, and then but just playing keep away with regard to opportunities we had out there.
Ben,
Mike, I know your defense this year has mostly made just really big plays in big spots, and for the most part did against Sky. Just what does Zach Arnett meant to this defense and to what you guys have been able to do on that side of the ball at this point this season?
I think he's done a tremendous job. I think our defense continues to grow as well. I thought that they, one thing towards the end, I think both sides of the ball for us, towards the end, I mean, as we got fatigued because we're playing with not too many guys. We're still below the national limit or whatever that equals. And so as a result, we don't have quite the depth we'd like. But I thought they played extremely hard. I think Zach gets a great deal out of them, and I think brings a lot of intensity. And I think the players thrive on that too.
Tyler,
Like the feeling after those Georgia and Ole Miss games, it was kind of, you guys were right there and really could have won those. You've said it, a lot of people have said it. This one, the gap seemed to be a little wider by the end anyway. It was close for a lot of it. The offense obviously regressed a little bit tonight too. So what do you think is the takeaway in this game? Does it feel like you guys were right there and you could have won this? Or what was the feeling
Well, you saw the game. We were within less than a touchdown for 3/4 of it, and then we were within a touchdown. Part of me's wondering if you and I both saw the same game.
Obviously, the offense didn't play as well as it did in the last two games, though, so I'm just wondering if you guys feel like you're still right there.
Well, I don't know that that's entirely true, but I think that we did we had less mishaps, I would say, but Auburn's a great defense and has been throughout the season, and so we're going to keep up the constant work, and if you'd like, I could proofread some of your articles and see whether you're on a steady upswing as well. I'm minored in English, so I'd be happy to do it if you have any material you'd like to send me, and I can go ahead and evaluate it and see if you're on an upward trend.
Would love to do that. I might be getting a little stale. Maybe you can help me out.
Okay, I look forward to seeing your articles.
Last question goes to Joel.
Mike, what have you been told as far as from like a bowl situation? Is it imperative that you guys win the last one, or is it just kind of wait and see? What's kind of your understanding of the bowl situation?
It's kind of a moving target. I don't know the details on it. I don't know that it's been decided yet with regard to that. If we have a chance to play another game, no matter what form it comes in, I'd be thrilled to do it. Because a great opportunity for our team to work and continue to build. Because we had a shortened camp, and of course didn't get spring ball, so we want to pack in as much of that as we possibly can, and then that and have a game on the other end of it, all the better.